Hey guys, welcome back. Sorry about my camera angle. I just noticed it, and I just noticed how bright it is in here. All right, Aquarius, your next blessing. Let me just, yeah, the camera angle is horrible. Whatever. Okay, yeah, Aquarius, your next blessing. Your next blessing, Aquarius, you got enlightenment, and then trust, and then happiness. All right. Aquarius says, I feel like right now you guys are coming into happiness if you're not already there. It does feel like, because I always take the bottom of the deck as like the energy right now, and then this is kind of like what's coming in, right? It is your next blessing. So it feels like there's enlightenment coming in. I do feel like you're gonna have, you're gonna learn something. Something's gonna come in. There's going to be some news that's coming in. There's going to be something that's coming in, right? That's bringing you enlightenment to certain situations that you've been dealing with. Possibly even like, it feels like you've been trying to get answers to something, and no matter how hard you try, you couldn't get the answers to those things. Or even if you understood, it was still like you don't understand. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Why is this working this way, right? I lit sage, and my cat is pissed off because they don't like that smell. So he's just kind of staring at me and, oh, I'm sorry. I love you. Do you want to come this way? You can't smell it over there. Or you want to go over here to the bed? Yeah, he's not. Yeah, he's not. Okay. It's okay. Come over this way. Or come on. Come on. You won't smell it over here. Anyway, it's gonna help appease any lack of trust that you had. It's gonna help strengthen the faith that you felt like you were losing, probably, most likely. I feel like some of you guys, you would go in and out of faith because, you didn't understand a certain situation. Whatever this was, it was like you didn't understand why the universe was not giving you the information you needed. It's almost like you if you had just gotten this information, it would have helped. It would have helped you understand, but you just weren't. It was something that you weren't being given. And I'm getting, it's almost like you were being, it was a test. And whenever you're dealing with like karmic situations, karma, that kind of thing, it's almost like they won't give you the information fully, because that's like basically cheating, right? Which I think is a hack. Oh my gosh, now I'm starting to like, let me get this out of the way, because it literally is like, holy shit. Hang on, I want to make sure that my carpet doesn't start fire. And I'm not wearing shoes, so yeah. I felt like the universe just wasn't giving you this information. And like I said, I feel like that's bullshit, because even when I know I have to do something, there are times that, it's still hard to do it, right? Even when you know it's the best thing for you, whatever it is, let's say it's hurting you, let's say it's not good for you, whatever it is, right? It's still really hard. So I feel like getting the answer wouldn't affect so much, right? Or it shouldn't affect so much. Every time I put it in front of my AC, it like starts like crazy again. And my room is a hot box with sage. I'm trying to find somewhere to put it. Here, I'll put it in my goblet. I'll take out my, there, it's in the goblet now, the goblet of fire, hot proceed. You know what, let me just put it out, because it really is going strong. Like, Maybe you guys really needed it, but no, I need to put it out because it's really, really strong. Yeah. And my cat over there is pissed. I don't know if like you guys have had like smoke and like almost like storm like warnings of fire, and it never happens, right? And it's like I wish either it would happen or it would not happen, like something would change, right? That's kind of what I'm getting. And it reminded me the other day of I was watching somebody's video and they were live and their alarm to their house kept going off and they couldn't figure out what the fuck was wrong. Apparently it was just a glitch, but that's kind of what I'm getting. It's almost like alarms kept going off, like it's giving almost like, you know, when you have a problem arise and you don't think you're going to be able to fix it, and then it gets fixed, and then it keeps happening like that, right? And I just bit my tongue, and it keeps happening like that, right? Problems keep arising, and then you're like, am I gonna be able to fix this? Am I gonna, like, maybe some of you guys have been like short of rent, maybe you guys have been like having health issues and you don't know if you're actually gonna get sick or what the hell's going on. It just feels like it just, I don't know how to explain what I'm seeing. Oh, you know what? I just heard you guys were waiting for the other shoe to drop, because I feel like it had been dropping for a while, and okay, let's just get deeper into it, because my cat looks high. This whole thing with my cat and the sage and everything is, it's yeah, okay. Okay. Did I get anything? No, I didn't. Alright, let's clarify enlightenment. Yeah, he's like staring all over the room. Why is it so smoky? He's not happy. Sorry. I think it was just dry enough, and my AC is like on full blast, so it was the perfect storm for... I'm sorry, Percy. He is not. He's not. He's so mad. Anyway, okay. Enlightenment. Yeah, the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords. You couldn't make a decision, or there was like, okay, I'm getting the same from Beauty and the Beast, but I'm also getting the same from Beauty and the Beast, but from somebody that's already seen Beauty and the Beast, right? So I don't know if you guys have seen Beauty and the Beast, where the dad goes into the forest and there's two paths, right? And they've seen Beauty and the Beast, right? They kind of already know, like, oh, if I go this way, if I go that way. And so it felt like you were asking the universe, because, you know, if you guys are watching tarot, you guys obviously listen to tarot, right? So maybe you guys were asking the universe, like, hey, which path do I take? And you weren't getting the answer, and you were like, okay, but I've seen this. Is it gonna be like the movie, or should I take like the nice path, or should I take the dark? Like, which path do I take? And it feels like you couldn't see clearly for shit. This guy has his eyes closed, holding two swords with his arm crossed, almost like he's been standing there for a minute, not being able to make a decision, right? Some of you guys just could have been travel about water. Or you guys have been using you're trying to use your gifts, Aquarius, right? You guys aren't, so look, it looks like there's a storm above his head, right? It's giving like air energy, but you guys were using water magic is what I'm getting, to try to get the information. You weren't getting it. It just, or if you were getting it, what I'm just hearing, no, you weren't getting it. Let's get one more on this. on enlightenment, but I feel like you're okay. So you know how like my thing went on fire? I'm getting it's almost like they're sending a smoke signal. It's almost like, okay, we're gonna send a smoke signal, and to whatever direction you see is where you're gonna go. Like they're finally saying like, okay, we were sending you some signs. They weren't like super they weren't super big, but you're not trusting, or you weren't trusting for whatever reason, right? I'm getting, but they're sending, oh, so they're saying, okay, we're going to light, you know what, I think it's in Lord of the Rings where they signal, it might be another movie, I'm not sure, but like one castle no, this might have been Game of Thrones, either way, it doesn't matter. They light a castle with fire, and then they see it like miles, hundreds of miles away, and that's how they signal, right? It's almost like one castle lights a fire, and then they see it at a whole different place, right? Which is far. That's almost, they didn't have cell phones, right? And so that's how they would signal. And so it'd be like one house would start a fire, and then this one would see it, and they'd start. So it was like a messaging. It was going around saying, hey, we're lighting this fire to let you know. But it's almost like it took a minute, because, you know, if you're going from like, it's almost, if you're going from like this castle over here, you have to like, you know what I mean? I think that's making sense, even from what I'm seeing in my head. Okay. And they're saying, look, it's over here, it's this way, come this way. We're sending you a you know, a fire signal, because it looks like this is like a fire blazing, right? And my literally my sage was on fire. It went out, it didn't burn my carpet. Yeah, it went on fire, and my cat was seriously confused. He was doing, his eyes were like closing up. He was mad. He was like, what is this? He kept looking around the room, like he kept trying to smell it, and then he was mad because he doesn't like the smell, and then he was annoyed because he's trying to get away from it, and it literally bombarded my room. So it was almost like you were being signaled, but you couldn't see it. So they were like, okay, wait, we're going to show you the way, almost. They're going to show you the way, because I feel like this is something upcoming, right? Yeah, with the trust and the devil. I feel like you had a lot of inner negative thoughts, a lot of negative people around you trying to like, that's what I'm getting. Okay, it's almost like some people or things that you were doing weren't allowing you to see clearly, feel clearly, hear clearly, and what they were doing is fanning the smoke so you couldn't see the fire. You couldn't see the fire. All you could see was smoke, and you're like, what? I can't see clearly, right? Because there was people like that were working behind your back, or even things that you were still trying to do, trying to clear up, trying to get rid of, trying to heal. It wasn't allowing you to fully trust in your intuition. And some of you guys, your intuition wasn't really loud because of what you guys were dealing with, right? Some of you guys, this could have been like a relationship with two different kinds of people. One is blindfolded and the other one is gagged. And then the Five of Cups, yeah. Feeling left out in the cold. Look, and there's a castle in this picture. And it's literally a straightforward movement. And he's looking forward like, right? You guys might have been dealing with someone that was karmic. And you're like, no, but this feels pretty good. When really like you had something else that was better over here. And you guys were allowing that devil energy to interfere. Some of you guys, it even could have been like drugs, it could have been alcohol, and you know when you're doing any of that shit, and that's from experience, I know that, like we continue to take crap because we don't give a shit. You're drunk, you're whatever it is that you're doing, right? It could even be like self-esteem issues. It could be whatever it is that you were working on, and you were continuing to, it's almost like it wasn't even like you were choosing this other path, but you weren't choosing the right path. And so yeah, you were stuck in a loop here. And it does feel like for some of you guys, it could have just been that like the schmex was great, or there was some kind of, I just saw 1515. I saw some kind of like, there's something here that was holding on to you. There was something that was holding on to you, and you felt like until you you could see your prize, but you couldn't like, you couldn't come towards it. You couldn't come towards it with judgment. You felt like you were judging yourself. You guys were judging yourselves, to be honest with you. You knew you were in a situation that you shouldn't be in. Yeah, you weren't putting up boundaries. You knew that you couldn't come towards whatever it was that you wanted to come towards, because whatever it was that you were doing was not going to be, one, accepted. You felt like you were going to be judged. Two, you were judging yourself in a situation because you knew what you were doing. And so you just decided to hold yourself back. You just kept looking at that kingdom, right? And saying, one day, one day, one day, right? But I feel like you finally opened your eyes, whatever it is. Maybe the fire signal is finally signaling, like, hey, like, the fire is lit here. It's open. You can come. You can come, right? Some of you guys might have stopped doing what you were doing, or at least gotten a hold of, like, the fact that you realized what was going on, right? This could be many of things, right? With the Chariot, yeah, and moving forward. With the Magician, you've been wanting this forever, and you've been trying to heal from, but you walked away from your soulmate. Yeah, I'm telling you, or something that you felt like was for you. Justice in reverse. You felt like you got no justice here. You felt like there might have also been like legal matters. Some of you guys might have done time. There might have been some legal matters here with a baby mama or a baby. Some issues going on. There was something here. There was definitely something here that was definitely blocking your access, right? So you knew what you wanted, but you couldn't move towards it because you were whatever it was that was going on, right? All right, let's clarify a little bit deeper. Yeah, with 22 and red flags, you started to realize what you were doing, and that you were the problem. I'm sorry, Aquarius. If this isn't you, if this is reversed, then fine, let it be. But I am seeing that for some of you guys realize that what you were doing was the problem, and this is the reason why you couldn't move towards whatever it was you were wanting to move towards, right? And this doesn't mean that you're a bad person. It doesn't mean anything, right? Anybody that's trying to get their shit together, they're going through some shit, right? People that have autoimmune conditions or have allergies to food. Do you know how fucking hard it is to have a bunch of allergies to food and try to eat healthy and delicious food, right? Or even like yeah, no, I could go into this whole thing, but I'm not going to. Yeah, I feel like you're being warned, like that there was something off here, and you're seeing the truth about it. You're seeing the truth about whatever this situation was or is, and it is going to help you to make a choice to move forward. I want to clarify though, is this what you were doing in the past, or no? Yeah, it's enlightenment, and it's letting you know that whatever it is that you're doing is not, it's stop. Like, it's a red flag. You're being warned. You're absolutely being warned, because the card is enlightenment, and so you're being enlightened to that this is not good for you. This could be even somebody coming back from your past, but I do feel like with the Two of Swords, you have a decision to make here. I would be careful. I would be careful of who or what comes back into your past, because I am getting that whatever, even whatever addictions you were dealing with, and it doesn't even have to necessarily be addictions, right? I feel like maybe even some of you guys just got your life together, right? And this person is gonna come in. If this is a person, you're starting to get your shit together, and whatever this is that's coming back is not for your highest good, Aquarius. Okay. Let's clarify. Trust. Yeah, look, it says playing the field. Yeah. So I feel like whatever this is, you're going to see what it is, and you're going to, like, it's almost like a checkpoint I'm getting on the way to you heading somewhere. And they want to see if basically if you're going to fall for this checkpoint, or you're going to fall for this trap almost. And or if you're going to understand that this does have things that you're not supposed to be dealing with. Again, if this is somebody from your past that's coming back that you're not supposed to be dealing with, or you shouldn't be dealing with, right? I feel like whatever this is, I feel like you guys are going to make a decision that you don't want to deal with this, and it's going to allow you to catapult forward in your life, right? With whatever it was that you guys were trying to, like I said, like pick up the pieces of whatever it was you were doing. I feel like that's gone slowly, and as soon as you pass this checkpoint again, you're going to move forward really quickly. I do feel like you're going to start going out more. I do feel like you're going to be a little bit well known for what you're doing, but you're going to go to public venues, like you're going out and speaking on certain matters. So I feel like your genre is changing just a little bit. It's not changing completely, but for some of you guys could start doing public speaking. For some of you guys might be joining a new group where you guys are going to, some of you guys could be going to like AA or NA or stuff like that, that's going to help you. Or even just like any kind of group, right? You're meeting a new group that's going to help you here. With these meetings or going to this new place, I do feel like it's going to open up new doors for you, right? It's going to open up new opportunities. Remember, when we meet people, sometimes, like let's say you need a new website and you need help or whatever, and you meet somebody that you go to a new event and you meet someone that knows how to do websites, and this person offers to help you, right? All of a sudden you have what you needed, all because you decided not to take this side quest that you know is garbage anyway, and you move forward, right? Yeah, you're gonna have an aha moment, like where you're like, oh, this is why like I wasn't having a breakthrough. Because I feel like these energies were holding you back, right? There were also things that you were doing also, like physically. I really do feel that. And this could be whatever it was that was causing you to, you know, it was interrupting your life, is what it was doing. Yeah, you're going to have an epiphany here, like, oh, fuck. And there's even here, I saw invention, but at first when I saw intervention. With illumination and intellect. Yeah, this is all going to work out for you. Just be careful, because there is, yeah, something delicate, a situation. But you are going to be offered a one-of-a-kind opportunity here when you meet a new group of people, okay? And this is something that you're going to get because you're going to make sure you take the right road this time. But this time the universe is saying, hey, look, there's a fire over here. This way. Come this way, right? It's almost like a fire flag instead of a white flag. They're saying come this way, you are being helped. And what's funny is, look at the card I have at the bottom of my tea deck. It says you will be taken care of in difficult times. Yep. Yeah. All right. Oh, this isn't the deck. Let me get you guys some guidance. Aquarius, I think you guys got this though. I think you guys got this. There's just a need to move away from whatever this is, right? This is really risky. It's very dangerous if you proceed ahead. So something's off there. If you don't see the fire and it's all smoke, keep going forward. Love. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Yeah. I'm getting for some of you guys, there's a need to move forward without, what's the word I'm looking for? Not pettiness. Rencor. What's that word in English? I can't think of the word, but basically without having any negative feelings. Like, just love and like that shit and understand and just move the fuck forward. Courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. Yeah, I really do feel like this is something about you guys. Acceptance. I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change, but you are learning to change the things that you can, right? And isn't that kind of like the same in the AA? Maybe some of you guys really are going to AA. Yeah. I feel like you guys are finally starting to cut out everything and anything that is no longer working in your life, because you realize that these actions were not helping you at all. If anything, it was a setback. So it's time to move forward, and it's time to cut all that shit out. And I feel like this is going to catapult you into your next era, which is coming in. And this is your guys' next blessing. Alright, Aquarius, I love you guys so much. I hope this helped, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.